finally it's done, my full email marketing course for e-com 0 to 50% just with emails. I will show you exactly how to build a high converting email marketing checkout from scratch and all that step by step so you can do it by yourself and drive more revenue. Yeah, finally done. And let's jump right in. Should we make full screen or not? No, let's do it like this. Okay, so that's the capital and all the chapters. Where is the thing going here? Why is it moving? Just because of the video? Hey. Oh, damn. Oh, no. Okay. Let's go. We have 14 topics. The 51 can be deleted. That's not important. Okay. We have all these topics. I try to do it in YouTube, so you can just go in the description and then click, okay, I just need this and this and this and this. But I will go every topic. So that's for people from the beginners, for intermediate, and also for pros, okay? For everybody. Is there something you can collect more information? How to say this in English? I don't know. Let's start right away. So I also have a full checklist for this guide. So there's a lot of gems, diamonds in this guide. I also have there somewhere down there below an email 12-month campaign calendar. So everything is there. That's the only video you need to watch. And you get from this like 20-30% just by yourself. It's a lot of work, but it's for free and you can do it by yourself, okay? So here's the full checklist. You just go here, click, it will open. Very beautiful. Here you can see the 12-month calendar. You can also go here, click there. I made that one. You can just check for all you want. Why is it not working? Here, okay? So a lot of ideas I put here all together and you can use them, okay? That's the 12-month calendar. That's the marketing checklist. So very easy account setup, what to do. So you can really step by step. Okay, I did this, I did this, I did this. Okay. There's a nice one after you watch the video. Okay. So first of all, really talk how important is email marketing for your brand. We all know 1 to 3% is the average conversion rate, maybe 5, maybe 0.5. Okay. So that means you're losing 95 to 9.5% whatsoever from your traffic. And how much you pay Mr. Saga Daily or to TikTok or to Pinterest or to Google, okay? So now ask yourself how you can capture more of this traffic. There are two ways. You can optimize. Optimize is only for people, in my opinion. They're doing like 100, 200, 300K plus, because when you change your conversion rate from 1 to 2%, obvious you have 1% more. But if you're just doing 10K and you make 1% more, that's like not too much money. But if you're doing now 300K and you make 1% more or you double it, that's a lot of more money, okay? So you should focus more on ads. And what should also working, and because it's for the most things is a one-time setup, that's the flows. And the campaigns, obvious, it's an ongoing system, but you also can do the campaigns for the whole month in like 2, 3, 4, 5 days. If you're a beginner, if you're a pro, it's much more faster. Okay, client. Okay, I make a video. So the other thing what you can do, and it's actually more easier. I would never say don't do ads, do emails. It's always a combination of both, okay? Ads is always a thing you should always do, but emails make it more efficient, okay? Because all that you already paid for the traffic, so we can collect more. You have a conversion rate of 1 to 3%, and with email, with a high converting pop-up, you have 9 to 15% opt-in rate. Okay, now let's take it off. That means 9 to 15% of all the people that are coming, you get their emails. So that means now you can send them, they go in the welcome flow. That's the first one. If they ever go to your page again, then we send them the site abandonment or the browser abandonment or the cart abandonment or the checkout flow. And even though when they're not in any of these flows, we send them weekly, bi-weekly, 3-weekly campaigns. So it's so easy now with pennies to get their attention again and make them buy. Okay, because if you just have ads, no pop-up, no emails, if they go, that's it. You paid for them, but you have nothing from them. So that's the two main problems. That's killing your profit, CPA and LTV. So I'm not sure if it's in English. Yeah. Cost per acquisition and lifetime value. Lifetime value, obvious, if you have a one product store is not so important. But obvious, if you have more products, you want to get as much as possible out of a customer. And cost per acquisition, you already paid that. That's no chance, okay? That's after you paid for ads, it's done, the money is gone. But you can make it cheaper or more efficient with emails, because then you have their emails and now you can them contact again, okay? Yeah, we already spoke about it. You can do retargeting ads. Obviously, you spend even more money to Zuckerberg, or you have email marketing then for to increase your lifetime value as post-purchase flow, win-back flows, and campaigns. Yeah, and we all know about how much an email costs and how much ads are costing. Okay. Emails, more revenue, less ad spend. Simple. So yeah, sorry. And there's another problem. There's so many shops out there, even because of the corona. There's a lot of things changed. We had a lot of people coming in the e-commerce space, and yeah, also a lot of people are prefer to do no shipping even. Yeah, that's a term here, even on the island, Cyprus. And a lot of fake and scams, so it's even more crazy for the customer. I'm not sure, can I trust this shop? There are so many bad reviews on Trustpilot. I don't know. I have horror stories from all my friends, so that's also a very big problem if people are trust you. That's the reason you have just 1 or 2 or 3% of conversion rate that people are buying. Okay. Yeah, and here we go again. What is the solution for that one? Retargeting campaigns, use the 5 stages of awareness, or you have a welcome flow that is automatically set up for you and you don't need to change it. I mean, you should change it from time to time. Yes, if you have new data and we know, okay, this is performing better than the other one, then we change on a monthly basis the flows. But yeah. And also the good thing is with emails, you can go in one email. You have one email is one objection. That's very hard to do it in a photo ad, for example. In a video ad, you could do that one, but also more hard to get somebody convinced to buy on your page with just in 10 or 15 seconds. But if you send out an email today, Wednesday is another one, Friday is another one, you have more time to convince them. Yeah, here a nice meme about this, what you get and what you ordered. So the old funnel is clear. We all know that you have paid traffic. People come to the page, they buy or they don't buy, 1 to 3%. We know that's the conversion rate. And then they go back again. Or you have organic, you post on social media, see your referrals and all that stuff. And here you go. That's the only thing you can do. The new e-commerce funnel, and you should be prepared this year, next year. Again, we have the paid traffic or organic, we got a site traffic, and then we have a pop-up, okay? I know we all hate pop-ups, but sorry, this shit is working, so we do what is working, okay? Data over opinion over everything else. If the shit is working, we do it, right? You want to earn money. So on mobile, usually have like a submit rate from 9 to 15%. It depends. There is some shops it's harder to get to the submit rate. Some shops only get like 5 or 6%. But we also had some shops, they had like 20%, 21% submit rate. So it really depends on the niche. And obviously on desktop is completely different, but also 99% of the traffic coming from mobile or not from desktop, right? So we also have a footer sign up. So usually have 3 sign up forms, like the pop-up, the embedded one and the footer. And if you want to have, you have a page, for example, if you have new drops and stuff like this, then you have a separated, like a landing page, okay? And then again, most of the people still don't buy. Nothing will change with the emails. They still will leave. But from these people, we have 9 to 15%, depending on the submit rate. We collected now the emails, okay? If they bought, okay, perfect, good. Because also then we put them in the post-purchase flow, and already in the first email is an upsell. Then the second email, we can, for example, we send an email, okay, how to get the best out of product. If you buy this to the product too, then it will be much more better. I think you get what I wanted to say, okay? Then, yeah, from here, the people we have now, 9 to 50%, they go now in the welcome flow. After the welcome flow, they get 3 to 4 per week, depending, obvious, on your list size, how big your store is, how much you're generating. We send, depending on that one, the campaigns. For some shops, maybe we just send 1 campaign per week. Some shops, when they are more big, we can send out to 4 campaigns per week. And then we also have the abandonment flows. If they go just on the website, didn't check the product, if they just check the product, if they put in the cart, or they already started checkout but didn't complete it. And we have here also the win big flow. There are more flows, that's just the basic flows. So that is the new funnel you should have. Looks complicated, but is actually not. And anyways, you should outsource specific stuff so you can focus on the things that you can do well. And if you want to do it by yourself, after this guide, you will reach probably the 20 to 30% by yourself. That's what I told you, and I can even promise that you can handle this. if you really do everything what I said to you, and the biggest part actually is like the A/B testing, but we will talk about this later. Most people will probably get, if they just fly over it, they get like 10%, I guess, like 10, 12, 30%. But if you really do all the stuff I told you, like the A/B testing, segmentation, there's a lot of stuff people are often missing, then you will get to a 20%. If you're good, 30%. The three main pillars in email marketing, very simple. We have sign-up forms, we have the automated flows, and the campaigns. The easiest and also the biggest one, that's funny thing in email marketing, is the sign-up forms. The more people that come into the list, the more money you get out. So if the flows are performing shit, you make just, let's be honest, they're just shit. You make 5K, but you get double the people in. Just the pop-up is better, and you get double the people in from the 5K flow, even if it's shit. You now make 10K because double the people coming in now. Okay, so that's your one of the biggest screw you can turn around. And if you then still optimize the flows and the campaigns, boom, money. Yeah, small tip and tricks like the post-purchase sign up click checkbox when you go, and we have Shopify, and then when the people order at the checkout, then there is, we will see it, a checkbox form that is also how you can collect more people and get it to the list. So we have different types of sign-up forms. Okay, that's the first pillar in email marketing, sign-up forms. Here I even write for, why did I write for? Yeah, okay, because of the checkbox. Okay, we have the pop-up, the main pop-up on the page. The embedded form is usually on the footer or in between on some sections on the page, or you have the plain sign-up page, like a landing page, or we have the checkbox at the checkout. Here are some ideas. That's how a pop-up should look like, okay? Clear, easy offer, less than 10 words, that's it, nothing more, okay? Get 10% off your first order, sign up below, and we'll send you a code. That was from the owner before, and I did this version. Get 10% off your first order, enter your emails, yes please, simple as that. Here the same, also here the same. You can see it's very, very simple. That's what you also can do if you want to get more data. This for sure will not perform better than this one, but with this one you also get more data. If you have more data, you can put out or can use this information for your ads, and also more for the wording and everything on your page. If you know, okay, most 90% of the people want to lose weight, not gain weight, it doesn't make sense to make more ads and gain weight. Then you make more ads and losing weight. The same also for the campaigns, for the copywriting, okay? And also we have here spin the wheel. Also interesting for some niches, this works very, very well if the people are, because the audience are more engaging, more young. I mean, if you have an audience for people like 50, 60 plus, not so sure if they would like it, but it could. That's just an A/B testing. I'm not a person who have a strong opinion. I can just tell you, I mean, I have my own opinion, but I can tell you, okay, mostly I give a shit what people tell me, that this, do this, do this. It's more like, what is my experience? We try this one and then we see the data, okay? The audience is deciding, it's not me. I'm not telling you we do this works best. We always have an A/B test and then we find out, and then it actually very, very often happens, and then we see like, oh damn, we never thought about this one. Oh damn, we never thought it would act. Get results like this. It's very, very often that email marketing will impress you, and you're like, okay, interesting. So yeah, here's the checkbox at the checkout. Send me live and tracking and order updates. That's what I usually do for my customer. It's a smart one. Usually it's like this, keep me up to date on news and offer. Sounds not so attractive as this one, and in my opinion that's also not shady, because you send order updates and live tracking, okay? That's like you send to the people, okay, look, your order's on the way, your order should be arriving soon, so that's what you do. And then we have here standalone landing pages, and we have embedded in page. I mean, looks like the same, but yeah, here's another example. You see, you have, there's a section and there's another section. Then the next pillar is flows. That's just the overview, okay? We will go more in depth how to create all these stuff later on. That's the next pillar, is the flows. They're automated. Flows are the backbone of your email channel. They're automated, print money for you when you sleep, target specific segments of people. Yeah, we can leave it like this. Yes, because if somebody put in a card, we only write to these people. And yeah, people, for example, they sign up, they go in that's the first thing, that's the welcome flow. Then we have, we talked about this one, the abandonment flow. It's when people just go on your website and they do nothing else as site abandonment. If they check a product, scroll on the product page, it's the browser abandonment. Then we have the cart, if they put it in cart in the checkout. And yes, the benefits of the flow, they're high personalized, and that doesn't mean first name or something like this. It's more like, if somebody was on the page, maybe they're overwhelmed, okay? They are on the page, they don't know what to do. So that is the reason when we have a site abandonment flow, we send them the bestsellers. If they check their product, maybe there's a problem with the product. Maybe they're not sure about the product. So the browser abandonment, then we go more in depth about, okay, look here, the benefits, that's also the brand benefits and stuff like this. If somebody put it already in the cart, he is may convinced about the product, but maybe not sure about the pricing and shipping and money back. So every flow have a different or segment with, as I told you before, objection, and we handle that. Okay, they're automated, nothing needs to be done. Enhance customer experience. Also, they get more information what is on the website. Like also we send out usually for email number 2 in the welcome flow is behind the scenes. Okay, you have a founder story, how this business was growing and all that stuff. And higher engagement are right after they did something, max 1 day later, and campaigns can hit anytime. So if somebody was browsing on your website, we have usually a time delay of 15 minutes to 1 hour, and then they already get the first email. And campaign, we could send maybe just 2 a week, so a campaign could come at any day at the customers or potential customers' inbox. Then the last pillar is campaigns, build relationships and get cheap traffic from people who already know you, like you, and trust you. And we have 2 different types of campaigns, sales and educational. And sales, obvious, is discount, promotions, special offers, drops, launches and stuff like this. And educational, testimonials, FAQ, how to use us versus them, founder stories. And you talk about the product. It's not about buy. It's like, okay, look, that's our benefits. Would you be interested? Check this. And benefits of a campaign: immediate impact, drive instant traffic and sales. You send it out, and an hour later you have traffic and sales. Flexibility, you can always do it last minute. You think about, okay, let's do tomorrow a sale. We can implement a campaign, and that's it. We have target messaging. We can send to specific people. We can send just campaigns to VIP buyers, for people they spend over 100 euro on your shop. We can send campaigns only to people they never bought. We can send campaigns to people they live in this and this country. We can send to only women. We can send only to men. We can send only who bought this product. So you can be very, very specific with this one. Obviously, it's also brand awareness. Keep your business top of the mind of the people. You can event promotional boosts for launches, sales, and webinars. Last point doesn't make any sense, but we'll leave it in. A/B testing is A/B testing. Pop-up. Grow your list. Automated flow is automated. Money on autopilot, and campaigns is double the flow money with seasonal and fast result emails. Okay. When should you start with email marketing? Let me make it clear as possible. I hope you know this car. If not, it doesn't make any sense and it's not funny. That's Back to the Future. Okay, DeLorean. So 2 months before, yesterday, today, now. I will give you now a full step, even click by click, step by step, what you should do, how you should do it. Everything is in this video. So what do you want more? I would say start right now. So first things first, which platform you should choose and is right for you. In my opinion, there's only 2 options. You have Klaviyo, Omnisend, all the other stuff. How to say friendly? Not sure. Okay, definitely not Shopify mails. Sorry about that one. CMS is the best in the world, okay, for your platform, but definitely not for emails. So the number 1 is Klaviyo, and these people use Klaviyo and these people use Omnisend. That doesn't mean that Omnisend is shit or worse. A lot of people are even more convinced with Omnisend compared to Klaviyo. It's, I think, even sometimes double cheap. And I would say even for smaller or mid-sized brands, maybe Omnisend is better. I actually, for now, prefer still Klaviyo. It didn't work too much with Omnisense, even though I'm Omnisense partner. Yeah, completely up to you. In my opinion, both are fine. One have, other have, Omnisense have some stuff that is better than Klaviyo. Klaviyo have some stuff that is better than Klaviyo. It's like BMW, Audi. In my opinion, actually, they are both on a same level, but more people actually using Klaviyo. It's also way older. Yeah, just don't want to talk too much about it, so the video doesn't get too big. If you don't want to make anything wrong, just use Klaviyo, and that's it. You also can use Omnisense. It doesn't matter. There's other platforms you can use: Mailchimp, ActiveCampaign, Brevo. It was before Sendinblue and Sendline. Yeah, sorry about that. Wouldn't recommend these ones. Yeah, just take the stuff that's everybody using because it's working. The full technical setup is now step by step. Obvious, that's for people they have Shopify. A lot of people can skip it. If you never used or integrated email marketing, that is now for you, okay? I linked this obvious in the description down below, so you can get at any time get these document and go over these parts, okay? You just click here ads, download this one. Install, give in your data, you will connect it, then you choose the things you will see here. There's nothing important. When there's an important step, I tell you. The first important one is here, your sender information. You put in there a sender name and the sender email. Some people put their support, hi, welcome, or stuff like this. Don't put your name, it should be general. And there you should be your brand name, because you can change that for campaigns. If you send a campaign from the founder, you can just use it for this campaign, a personal one. So that's the first important one. Yeah, be sure about to make this right. Then yeah, you need to activate some stuff. So Klaviyo is get all the information, add to cart and stuff like this. Even with the new Klaviyo update, the add to cart function is now rightly triggered and sent to Klaviyo before you need to add a snippet. The next important part is a very big step, is double opt-in or single opt-in. That's a big discussion in the internet, but also it's the same like Omnisense and Klaviyo. I would say 95% of the people use single opt-in. I wrote here down everything, okay? To make it very, very easy, single opt-in is people subscribe to your list, that's it. Okay, they're in. Double opt-in, they get an email. Are you sure you want to subscribe? And then they go to email, click yes. A lot of people are telling there is some countries it's mandatory, but that is not true. It's actually a little bit harder to explain. In the most countries, is like, for example, like Germany, I'm born German, it's like this. It's not mandatory that you need to have double opt-in, but people want to be on the safe side. Because if now I take the email of my friend, just go on any website, put his email there, and now he's going in front of court and like, oh, they spam me because I've never subscribed to them, and is going in front of court. I need to prove as the company now, the company where I put the email there, they need to prove that this guy really wanted to subscribe to the email marketing. And I mean, it's literally impossible for you to prove. So that is the reason most companies are doing double opt-in in countries like Germany, for example, because that's the only way they can prove it. But actually, it's not mandatory. So the thing is, what is different? Single opt-in, you have a way bigger list, but they're not that much engaged because they just subscribed. They wanted the 10% maybe, and that's it. They never want to hear from you again. So you always land in their inbox, but they never open, never engage with your emails. If you have double opt-in, your list is way smaller, but you get insane open rates, insane click rates, and stuff like this because people are way more engaged. You need to find out what do you want to do. I am a fan from single opt-in. Why should I make it harder for people than it is? I mean, I send out quality emails, so I prefer to send to more people because I make my emails so good they still will click like insane. Okay, that's just my 2 cents. You need to decide for yourself. Then you import your customer from Shopify or other platforms. If you convert from another platform, you need here to make the matching. That should be then, yeah, brand library, actually not so important. I never use this one. I do it because we do very custom emails. Then the next big step is connect your domain. So you people get from your domain the emails and not from Klaviyo. It looks a little bit weird. That's the first thing you do. You put there your domain. That's the next step. Then is the question, routing type, that's a big one, dynamic or static. Static if you have an old domain provider, because then you get CNAME records, because that's the DNS records you need to put at your domain provider. It's like 5 minutes, nothing special. Or you do dynamic if you have a newer domain provider, then if they support NS records, okay? And this is very important. Put your demarc record also there. That is very important for some ESPs like Google. They want to have this demarc record. That is just like a sign, okay? When you send an email, you also send a sign like, look, I am real. This is really from myself, not somebody else is using your domain, send a domain and send emails and just put a mask on and say, look, I'm Kevin, but he's not Kevin. That will verify it. Okay, very big point. Yeah, here the records, you put them on your DNS provider, that's it. That's actually the whole technical setup. A lot of people are making, woo, it's so complicated. You need to make SPF, DKMI, DMARC and all that stuff. SPF and DKMI, Klaviyo is doing for you. And just add this DMARC record is 5 seconds and that's it, okay? And then it takes, you finish this, apply, then you need to write, okay, I understand. Apply it, use the domain, that's it. Warm-up process, that's the next step. How important is the warm-up process really? The answer is very simple, it depends. For most people, they don't need to have any warm-up process. That's also a big blah blah that some email agencies, can you make a bigger offer and charge you more money? But it's a big cap, most people don't need it. If you have a list of 100K already, okay, I don't know, you found it on the street, please don't buy a list, but you found it on the street, or you came from another ESP, and then now you have 100K people on a list, and then you set up your sender domain, we just talked about, and then you want to send out your first campaign to 100K people, then you should warm up before. That you don't do. When you have 2-3K people, or you're just starting with email marketing, there's nothing you need to worry about. Just start. You can completely skip this topic. If you have a bigger list, like I would say, like if you have 5K, then I would, with 5K, I would start to make the warm up. That warm up means the first campaign you send out is maybe just 2,000 people. The next campaign is 2,000 people. And then the last campaign is all the list. Okay? You thought about if it's just 1K, but that's not right. Then you send all to the list. Why you do that? Because what do you think if you have your domain is like 1 day old? It's like you have a Facebook account, it's brand new and it's sent to 800 people a friend request. That would look like a bot, that would look like fake, so they don't like it. Google will flag that one. So that is the only thing why we have the warm-up, okay? It's just what we talked about here. And usually when you start right now, you obviously start with the flows, you set up the flows and don't send campaigns. So as soon as you have finished the first email for the welcome flow, you can already set it live, and then people starting to getting your email, because that's the first email. Everybody wants a discount or the offer you give in the pop-up. That's the reason this email gets a lot of big opens and a lot of good clicks. So ESPs will see, okay, you're a normal online shop and don't flag you, okay? Send a repetition. That is a thing you should take care. Why? Because it affects your email deliverability. It's like a credit score for if you want a credit from a bank. Good repetition and bad repetition. Good repetition means more main inbox placement. And it determines when you go your email to spam or get blocked or promotion folders. Okay, promotion folders is actually not too bad as a lot of people are thinking. Most people still go in the promotion folders. Of course, not too many as in the main box, but still it's not the worst case. Spam is shit. Okay. What increase your sender repetition? Obvious, you only send to people that want to get your emails. You never send, for example, to your full list if you send out campaigns. For that is segmentation. We talk about this also later. And you send just, for example, to the people they open or clicked an email the last 30 days. And then you always should aim for an open rate like 45%, not 50 and not 40. If you have 50% open rate, you're also doing something wrong. You can and should send to a bigger list. You always aim for like 45%. If you're going to 40%, that will happen over time. Then you decrease the list. And when you over time go over 50%, then you increase the list. You send to more people, more money. Okay? And obviously everything is impacting your sender reputation. That's the same with the credit store. Even if you move from one place to another place, in Germany it's like this, if you change very often your apartment, that will affect your credit score. And the same is obvious with the sender repetition here in emails. Whatever you do, how many people click, how many people unsubscribe, what is your bounce rate, spam complaint rate, how many people even reply. Sometimes it makes sense to send out a campaign from the founder. If you want to have 10% discount, just hit reply and then reply to you, and then it's like Google, oh, people are really interacting even with the email. Boop, 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 boop. We give you some points, okay? Also, consistency in sending volume and frequency is a point. Same with TikTok. If you post there frequently on Instagram, they will help you boost your videos, but then you stop for 2 weeks, then you start again, then you stop again. That's like not consistent. We don't like it. Okay. Obvious, what is decreasing? Obvious, the opposite. If you have sudden spikes in sending volume, few open and clicks, if you make something technical wrong, yeah, obvious, draw down your sender repetition. So, first things first, pillar number 1, high converting pop-up form, 9 to 15% submit rate. What to do? I hope I can make a one take, 30 minutes already in. I talk as fast as I can, so we make it faster. Okay. Let's open that one. Can I open this one? Yeah. What does a high converting pop-up look like? Always is not always needed. Obvious shit example, because we can see here is the logo. Image show result what visitor gets. Visualization, less than 10 words. Clear offer. Easy, nothing to think about for the visitor. There is like pop-ups I got today from one of my team member, and there was like a text like this. You get news, drops, offer, these, das. For example, we look pop-up. Okay, maybe we find something in Google. Yeah, already saw it here. Like, what the fuck is it? Get excited. 20% off what have been applied to your bag. Okay, that's the confirmation. That looks good. See? Check out now and receive 10% off your first order. Get percent your email address. Good. Here. How's about 50% off? Very good. I'd like the best email in my template. Okay, that's funny. You can put that stuff here. Okay, if you really want to do it, fine. Okay, looks like very... Oh, see. Again, 30% off-white, no code required, blah, 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 email. But that doesn't make any sense. Why should I then enter my email, no code required? Okay, I just closed this form because you just gave me a reason. I don't need even a code. Why should I give you the email? Here, get 20% off your first order, enter your email. That's like redundant. Get 20% off code. You already told me that one. Be the first to know about things, boom, all things. We all know that we get that is not important, and get 20% off again and reject my 20% off again. I don't know. Get 20% off your first order. Enter your email down below and then unlock now. No, I pay full price. And remove the X because that's also redundant. You have to close form. You can close form here and here. Everybody's looking for the X. Just remove it. How you can remove it? Just make it white. Nobody will see it. It's still there, but it's white. And then people like, can't close the form. Yes, I make there a button. No, I pay the full price. Just click it. Okay? That's a simple one, what we do. We just saw also some example. Very nice, nothing special. And yeah, the form should cover 60 to 50% of the screen, or 40%, 40, 50, 60% on desktop, 70 to 80 on mobile. Things you wanted to avoid: unclear offer, too many imports, first name, not needed. Birthday, not needed. PIN code from your phone, not needed. Nothing. Email, that's it. We collect emails. But I want to write the people personal. Fuck that. Email, okay? You can write them later, and there's even AI that get out from the email the name. And if there is no first name, then we even have a fallback. Hey, friend, okay? And always compress your image. A lot of people are forgetting this. If you upload here an image, compress it, tiny PNG. I love image because if this is too big, it takes time. We don't want to have that. How to actually create a pop-up. With Klaviyo, sign up forms, create a form, choose a template, and change it for what you want. Here, this is a beautiful one. See, again, you see, here's all the examples, like very, very, very easy. 10% off, we all know it. 10% off, sign up, blah, blah, email, claim off. That's it. No blah, blah, no bullshit. Easy. Okay, for mobile, sorry, it looks like this because this is important. They need to do it. That's by law. There's no way around. And yes, for the beginning, the no teaser is needed. Just create a sign up form. I make here a video. I don't do double information. Just click this video. I mean, the file, the gamma presentation is down below, and then you can watch this. Oh damn!
Another day, another video,
and we completely created here. You see these, how to do it, even how to make the designs, and we make also for the mobile. Okay, so very nice video. Just look it. Then the next one step you should do first, email design with Figma. There's another one. I did it. Look up this video, is very easy. I just want this video explain you everything and how to do it. I mean, you anyways need to rewatch stuff, and you have the documentation step by step. Okay. The next video is also a banger video. A lot of people love this. I have here 70 Figma hacks and ticks is nice. Tricks for email marketing, how to design, how to speed up your process, how to expand images if you have an images like this, but you want to make a text, but there's no space, how to make with AI. There are more stuff. How to work faster, how to, what things to use in Figma. This is a very good one. Please don't use Canva. You can use Canva for email design. Some people are doing it, but it's just use Figma. Okay, it's like please. Copywriting A to C. Okay, I just show you the skills, because these skills are important before we go to the flow and the campaigns, because if you don't know how to design, it doesn't make any sense to explain you all the other stuff. Copyright, we can make it simple as possible. I like it. I don't too complicate it. 0.0 seconds into study my brain. Hocus pocus, you lost focus. Yeah. That's worth it today, why I make this picture, because that's the problem with TikTok and Instagram and the generation we have right now. Attention span, okay? So, 3 easy copywriting rules, and there's also a book you can read. This is a very good banger. The 4th edition, read this one, okay? Copywriting actually is that what sells, okay? It's not a design, even though I use design to attract ecom clients like you guys, because you're like, oh damn, looks so good, that needs to sell. No, you like it, but actually the only thing that is selling is the copywriting, and obvious even over the copywriting is the offer, and then comes the design. So here 3 easy skills, tips you can use. Skimmable, as we found out, most people have no time. That's how you do it. So you put stuff like this, you make paragraphs, everything that people can very easy and fast read your email. Don't put too much text in there. Okay? That's crazy. As much when I'm not tired, but when I talk so much, I'm always need to drown. I googled it yesterday. I think I have no oxygen in my head when I talk so fast. Number 2, make it engaging. What do you like more, serious people or funny people? Right. Not fun by itself is not always selling. That's not right. But if it's engaging, people are more pushed in the direction of, oh, okay, I like them. Okay. So that's what we all like, and make it clear and easy. That means 10% off, only 24 hours, buy now. Okay. It's simple as that, where everybody understands it, instead of like, this is our benefit, this is our benefit, this is our benefit, this. Okay. That's the only 3 things you should take care about copywriting. And I mean, it's still an email. You shouldn't write these emails, okay? Good example. I don't know why I put it there, but I think I put it there. Maybe I put it. I see. I'm smart. What should you avoid? Unnecessary details, too much text, too much length, too many points. That's it. Here's a perfect email. I just wanted to show you one. But I'm smart, my friend. Here, perfect email. Clean thieves shouldn't cost the planet. Somehow funny, somehow engaging. You know, maybe it's not my humor, but for most people it's like, because it's the earth. Yeah, funny. Sharp tooth bites, but the email is 10 of 10. The sign, very sexy. Everybody understands it. Better for you and the earth. Okay, so that is the target audience. Refillable glass jar. That's what I only read. I don't even read this. Clean and science backend. Okay, nice. TSA friendly. I think something in the USA. Shove 2 face bits. That's it. That's all email. That's it. Okay. Same with the pop-up. Clear, easy, skimmable. Not too much text. Now the biggest topic is flows. Okay. We have pre and post purchase flow. If you're a smaller brand, you focus more on pre-purchase. If you're a bigger brand, you focus more on post-purchase, okay? Our main flows, we talked about them, is the welcome flow, the abandonment flows. Crazy. Post-purchase flow, win-back flow, and sunset flow. In my opinion, I put it there because a lot of people are talking about it and a lot of people actually have it. In my opinion, completely useless because Klaviyo is not automatically suppress, deactivate these profiles. They just give it a flag. So completely useless in my opinion, okay? That's the most basic you need to have. First of all, let's start with the welcome flow. Somebody joins your email list when they enter the email in the main pop-up. Filter made 0 purchase over time. The first email, instant thank you and the offer. Okay, so thank you for joining our list, or brand introduction. Here's your 10% off, and you also can add there a little bit like brand USPs. Brand USPs. Okay, we have 30 days money back guarantee. We have free shipping worldwide. We have free shipping nationwide, stuff like this. Okay, that's like, most people don't even read the full email. They just want a discount code. That's what most people are give. That's the offer, and that's it. Time delay 24 hours. Some people are saying 1 to 2 days. My experience, 99% of all my brands, 24 hours, not 2 days. Mail number 2, brand story, bestsellers, reminder of the offer. The reminder of the offer is obvious in every email in this welcome flow, because as soon as somebody bought, they get kicked out of the welcome flow. Brand story and bestsellers. You could remove the bestsellers, you could add them, it's up to you. Brand story is about founder story, how we came up with the idea, behind the scenes. It's like how we came up with the idea, maybe the production, how we do all that stuff, maybe some images, how you pack all the stuff from your home and stuff like this. Okay, so people get connected to the brand. Again, time delay 24 hours. The next email, social proof, is heavy on reviews and reminder of the offer. Okay, yes, you can see every email is one topic and one topic only. Social proof, so you make an email only with testimonials. People like this about the product, people like this about the brand, people like this. That's it, okay? A CTA in the top, a CTA in the bottom, finish. And again, time delay 24 hours, us versus them. You compare your product versus the other product. You compare your brand versus the other brand. Why you are better than the other one. Okay? So, that's it. And for most brands, 4 emails are enough. 4 emails are enough. Expect you're doing 100K plus. Then you can do 5 or 6 emails. Or maybe even more. Okay? The easy rule is just check how email number 4 performs. If it still makes good money, add another email and repeat the step as long as possible. If your last email is doing 300 euro, and 300 euro is a lot of money for you, and it's in 90 days, then still please don't add another email, because in Chico, hey, I make a video. Thank you. So, and then don't add another email. But if the email make like 300 euro in 2 weeks, that means like 600 euro in 1 month, you can try another email and you will see how this email performs, okay? Idea for next emails, discount, reminder, founder email, okay? What do I mean with discount? There is what you can do. For example, you can, if you have just 5% discount in your offer, and then you can make another discount and telling the people, hey, look, we make on top now 5% extra, and now you have 10%. Then you can do a reminder about this. Okay, this is your last chance, only 48 hours. And then you can make it very, very personal. You can make unsend and founder email. It's very personal, text-based, not design-based. Hey, here's Mark from this and this brand. We saw you didn't bought, blah, 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 blah. That's it. Okay? If you need inspiration, I found this my report in the internet. There is a lot of emails, over 650 emails. You can check this out. Just click the board and check your emails. We can go on it. Let me see. I think it's loading very, 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 very slowly. Yeah. Okay. Good internet. A lot of email designs, a lot of inspiration for you. Use it. Okay, so the next two flows are actually the same, so just finish one of them, duplicate them, so you don't need to do double the work. Okay, it's easier for you. Cart and checkout abandonment flow. Still, you can do some little changes in the copy, but actually they are the same. Okay, because somehow from the card obvious they put in the card, so maybe there was a pricing problem, and then the checkout maybe it was the last push, so you can make small adjustments there, but still do the first flow, duplicate, and then make small adjustments. Yeah, you have here the triggers and the filters. For the checkout, you also add the filter. Someone didn't add a to cart since starting this flow. Dynamic section is over static section. What does it mean? You can hard design in Figma the products. If you only have 2-3 products, then obvious it's clear what they put in their cart, and then you can take the image and link forward to the cart, or you use the dynamic section. That's also very easy in Klaviyo to do, and then it's really showing the product that the customer was adding to the cart or to the checkout. Time delay, you can do 15 minutes. You can also test 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 1 hour, whatsoever. Again, A/B testing, find out what is working for your brand. Reminder of the product and USBs. Look, that's the product you forgot in your cart. Here's some brand USB, test free, like money back guarantee, like free shipping, stuff like this. Or premium shipping after shopping order value above 50 euros, $50. Again, time delay 24 hours. Mail number 2. Founder story, you can see everything is very repetitive, but that's how it is, because every email is actually like an objection handling. Why we do founder stories? Because of behind the scenes, we do this to build people trust, so they see, okay, you're not fake, you're not scam. Why we send discount? Maybe it's a problem because of the price. Maybe that is an objection. Maybe they give a shit about the price, but they are not sure what should I do when I bought it and then I don't use it. Okay, you have the money back guarantee, brand USPs. So there's every email is a different objection that we're trying to handle. So that is the reason we most of the time repeat these ones, because that's the biggest objections. If it's a color objection, we don't need an email for that one, right? So again, founder story, reminder of the product. And here again, we do testimonials and a discount opener you can do, and in email number 4, last chance of your discount. Again, see what is performing. If you still make good money, add another one. A next idea could be founder email with extended discount. So it's a plain text one. Okay, we can write this down. Plain text, more personal. Also, don't forget change sender name. Okay. Again, A/B testing, different time delays, subject lines, preview text, and so on. Site abandonment flow, browser abandonment flow, that are the next one. We have here the triggers and the filters. Time delay, you can also, again, test. Email, very simple, need some help, show the best sellers. Why the best sellers? Maybe they was very overwhelmed, they didn't know what to do on your website, maybe they didn't found the product. So that is the thing. You send now this email. It's a very easy email. You have here your section. There you have best is the image. It's full image, full bleed. Then you have here the logo. Need something help. Then maybe a small text if you like. And a CTA. Check our bestsellers. And then you also show the bestsellers in the email. Print USBs, footer menu. That's it. Simple email. Browser abandonment, filter, triggers, header text, reminder of the dynamic product. That's a browser abandonment. So here, that's a product you checked. Check it again. Just a reminder. Number 2, we have here a discount opener, 72 hours. And we have here last reminder, discount 48 hours. You can put here some USBs, here some testimonials. You can obviously mix that. If you see, you can test it. Email number 2, you make the risk reversal brand USBs and a testimonials, and you see what is working better. Email number 3, you make also both. You see what is working better. And then you see, hey, for me, founder story doesn't work at all. We put it as email number 4 because there it performs better than email number 1. Just find it out, mix it. That's the difference between a brand that's doing 35% and 50%, okay? If you're good, you're getting to 30% by yourself. If you're very, very good, most people get like 20%, but to 50%, you need to A/B test. Nobody is making you a setup like, here you go to 50%. That's testing, 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 testing. Post-purchase flow, very easy. Trigger filter, place order, no filter, instance, thank you from the founder. That's what we like to do. Plain text, email. You could also do a design. And an upsell we usually make then after the founders, like Mark, founder of XYZ. Upsell, by the way, that's my favorite product. People obviously want to click on this one. And easy upsell. Important, change your sender name. Time delay, 2 or 3 days, depending obvious on your shipping time. If you send next day, doesn't make the sense to wait 2-3 days, because that's an email. We hype them a little bit more up, get the most out of the product, tips, tricks, and tutorials. It's like customer experience. So you show them tricks, how to use the product, what's the best, what to do, how to take care about the product, and so on. The next one is on time delay. Sorry, still too loud. Is on time delay. I don't know. That's again when you send out the order. When the order is fulfilled, we usually wait for 7 or 14 days, and then we ask for an review. You can then offer cashback or a discount for the next purchase. If you have only 1-2 products, I think you only get them with a cashback, obvious, because there's nothing they could come again to you. But if you have a store with a lot of products, then obvious you offer them like 10-15%, because then you increase the lifetime value. Your customer comes back without new ad spend. Win-back flow. The idea is people they already bought and you want to bring them back. If you have, for example, a product that is getting used, like pedicure, manicure, stuff like this. You have water, you have coffee. People, a consumer product, people buy again. And then you can check your data. That's the first thing. That's the first time delay. You don't get that in Shopify. You could do it, but it's very, very hard to do it. Maybe you could do AI to import some data, give it AI, they will do it for you. But if you have some tools like Triple Whale or analytics tools, then you need to find out when your typical customer comes back. That's 1 day. 1 day, it's the average when the most people come back. It could be something between 15 and 90 days. Important, you don't put there any date. This date you need to find out. If you have this date, then you send 2-3 days before. You're low on stock. Look, it has been a while. Come back. Look what you missed whatsoever. First email. Second email, wait 2-3 days again. 4 days, discount opener, and last chance again. You can do founder message or design. Up to you. Win-back flow, very important. And then here again, A/B testing. Ta-da! Don't overcomplicate everything. Just start, set it live, and start testing. Okay, most people don't make any money in business in general or whatsoever what they do, and all these people they just talk bullshit. Just start it. Just put your emails out. You will never have perfect email the first one. We have the same we have experience. We obviously do perfect emails, yes, because we know what we are doing on a daily basis. It's our bread and butter. You will say that in English? I hope so. So yes, but for you, just do the emails, put them out, and then you get feedback. Maybe you had a jackpot and the first email is running perfect, and then you can adapt from that one, okay? That's it. Just put it out. The next step, last pillar, campaigns. To make it very, very easy, just use my email campaign calendar. I put it here. We showed it already in the beginning of the video. So you get some ideas. You don't need to do anything. I also put there a video. It's the next one. Here also some design ideas how these emails could look like. And I make another email mastery also how to get, I talk about the top 20 campaigns idea that make the most money, and how you also give you a prompt, how to get from ChatGPT for your own brand, so specific for your own brand, campaign ideas and more. So very good videos. Here the campaign calendar. And if your brand is doing under 50K, usually 1 to 2 email campaigns per week is enough. If you're doing like 100, 200K, you can send out 3-4 email campaigns. Don't do more, because you will see your unsubscribe rate is going up, spam rate is going up. You need to find the balance, and usually 3 to 4 per week, that is the balance. How many sales emails and education emails? We talked about this before, like 10-20 is the ratio, 10-20, so 90-80. The ratio 90-10 or 80-20 for sales, 20 or 10%, and the other one is educational. Next topic, very, very big topic that completely can fuck up your campaigns. For flows, you don't need it, because on flows we have the triggers for the segments. You only send to these peoples depending on the filters. But that's very big fundamentals you need to take care of. A/B testing, I already told you before, important, but first let's do segmentation. Yeah, if you want to have emails like this one here, you see open rates are perfect, 45, that's what you should aim for. 50%, you see, okay, you can increase your list for next campaign. It depends. Some people are waiting until 5 emails getting 50% and then they increase the list. I do it sometimes just when one email already have 55%. The next email I send to a bigger list. Maybe then the open rate will go down a little bit even more for the next email then. But we already reached for this campaign more people, okay? So under 40%, we know smaller list, over 50% bigger list. If you don't do this, it could look like this. Say people, they send just to everything. You see email campaign message is like this because I don't see any list, so they send to everybody. That's completely wrong. I mean, click rate is insane, but if you also send now to the right people, it would definitely look better. And you don't, if you do this one a very long time, then you have a big problem because then Google sees you give a shit about segmentation, all that stuff. Your sender repetition is going down and more of your emails will land in spam and in promotion tab. Also, this could be a big reason. For example, they just started out with campaign, then it's normal to have a high unsubscribe rate because people are not used to it, so that's nothing special at all. Also spam complaint rate if they never got any campaigns, but maybe their email's completely shit. This bounce rate is very, very easy to fix with segmentation. We will now see and I will show you, okay? So how to actually create a segment. I show you here the steps how to do it. And yeah, you also can use Klaviyo AI integration and tell them, okay, create me a segment of that, and he's doing it. What he's thinking that is right, okay? I show you here in my checklist what we do for our customer. And here, that's actually very, very easy. 7 days engaged list, can receive email marketing, and has done open an email in the last 7 days or has clicked an email in the last 7 days. You do that for 7, 14, 30 days, 60, 90 days, 120 days. And then usually if you're a brand new account, then you start with the 7 days engaged list. You create this list. You also can then easily duplicate it. Just they change this to 14 and 14. You can see that's the only difference. And you send to these people. If your open rate is over 50%, what we learned, increase the list. Your next campaign go to 14 days. Still over 50%, your next list go to this. Usually you will find yourself at 90. At 90 days engaged, there is what you usually find yourself, and then you have usually like 40, 45, 50, something like this open rate, and you will always be in this area. If you go more up, we send to 120 days. If you go more down, we send to 60 days. This will happen. Maybe it change every week, maybe it change every month. You adjust. Then we also have the unengaged segment. You can create and completely suppress these people. You can play with this one. You can add their 75 days. You can 120 days, 180 days, whatsoever. If you have a seasonal product and people only buy in the summer, obviously you want to increase this date, because if you after 90 days in the summer, they just didn't buy, it doesn't mean they're not interested anymore, because they just wait for the summer. Then we also have the exclude, how to easily fix this one, what we just saw here. They have a lot of bounces, so maybe there's a lot of fake emails. Maybe they misspelled their email wrong, so the email is going there. Email inbox is not existing. Boom, emails come back. So that is the thing. You easily can fix this if you create this segment. And always when you send emails, you exclude this list. Okay? So we are finished with the segmentation, and the last and most important topic, I tell you again, that's the difference between 35 and 50%. That is what you do A/B testing. Okay, we check the first email. Okay, click rate is 1%. Now we got it to 1.5%. Wait 1 month, you will see it's a big difference. Next email, time delay. Okay, 1 versus 2 days. Okay, 2 days performs better. Okay, perfect. Next email, what is there? Maybe there is not 1 or 2 days. Maybe there's 1 and 3 days. Next email, subject lines, better open rate. Oh, better open rate is more money. Okay, let's check this. Let's check this. Okay, maybe we make here text design email or here design email. There's a lot of things. 24/7 should be there. Always should be running a test. You test your pop-ups, your campaigns, your flows, your subject lines, preview text, click rate, copy, time delay, plain versus design email, personalization. You could use first name without the first name. The CTA wording, shop now, shop all, get healthier, remove acne now, switch now, try it now, try risk-free, shop 5% off. That's all different CTAs. Naming you could use, not the general shop now. Also the CTA placement, where you place the call to action, obvious. You should have it always in the top. You have your image, you have your header, you have subtext, call to action. Most people, 80-90%, don't even scroll a fucking email. So why you should place it somewhere else. So that's the point. Finish with the video. If you're overwhelmed and don't know where to start and to do it, I mean, it was just 1 hour. You can easily do it by yourself. But if you say, no, fuck that, somebody else should do it, we are the best in the market. Come to Kevin Inbox Mafia. We are the kings. So then just book a free audio call and I tell you where is the problem in your setup. There's no cost at all. I will tell you everything and then I also tell you what we offer. Maybe you just want that I do the emails for you, the campaigns. Maybe you tell me just make the setup, the automation flow, all the other stuff I do myself. Or I already did it. Tell me what to change. I just make an audit and tell you, okay, we can do this for you. That's my offer. Or we do the full email marketing channel for you. It really depends what you like to do and what I think is the best for you. That is the thing I make you an offer. I never make one offer twice to a customer, never did it. I would do if it makes sense, but I never did it. It's always completely different. I had one client, he was just doing 100K a month, but he has a 2.5 retainer. And there's another brand who is doing even 200K, but I offer him only 1.5 retainer because for him, it doesn't make sense to send out more campaigns, and the flow setup was perfect. So it really, really depends what we need to do for you. So just reach out to me. The audit is completely free. And yeah, just click this link, book a call, and we will see. Goodbye. Cheers. Bye, 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 bye.